You can factor a difference of squares, but not a sum of squares. However, with cubes, you can factor out both. There's a formula for factoring a difference of cubes, and there's also a formula for factoring a sum of cubes. When you have a perfect cube minus a perfect cube, the formula, as you see here, is a cubed minus b cubed equals a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. When you're factoring a sum of cubes, a cubed plus b cubed is equal to a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared. So for example, looking at x to the third minus 8. 8 is the same thing as 2 to the third. So here we have a difference of cubes, x to the third minus 2 to the third. Using our difference of cubes formula, right up here, it indicates that our first parentheses would be x minus 2, then times. In the next parentheses, we have x squared, then plus x times 2, which would be 2x, and then plus our last part squared. 2 squared would be 4, like so. To look at a sum of cubes factoring, if we have x cubed plus 125, 125 is 5 to the third. So here we have x to the third plus 5 to the third. Using our sum of cubes formula here, we can see that this would be x plus 5 times, and then our first one squared is x squared. Notice then we have minus ab in our formula. So it'd be minus x times 5. That's minus 5x. And then plus b squared. In this case, 5 squared is 25, like so. One thing I've always found helps me to keep these formulas a little bit straight is to remember that when you're factoring a difference of cubes, your first parentheses will have a difference. When you're factoring a sum of cubes, your first parentheses will have a plus. So let's say we're looking at 3x to the fifth plus 3x squared. If you'd like to try factoring this problem on your own, pause the video now and resume when you're ready to see the solution. From these terms, we would have a greatest common factor of 3x squared that we could factor out. From 3x to the fifth, when we factor out 3x squared, we would be left with x to the third. From 3x squared, when we factor out 3x squared, we'd be left with 1. Now it's important to notice 1 is 1 to the third. So x to the third plus 1 is a sum of cubes. We can use our sum of cubes formula up at the top there. Remember, the greatest common factor doesn't go away. The 3x squared will still be there at the front. And then using our sum of cubes formula to factor x cubed plus 1 cubed, we would have x plus 1 times our first part squared, which would be x squared, minus x times 1, which would be minus x, and then plus 1 squared, which is plus 1.